What up? Let me go ahead and make my poll as I do sometimes. Let's see what I want to say today. About something you learned this week. And given the video I like. Alright. What's up, bro? Yeah, you first, dog. What's good? What's good? I gotta find something to watch, man. Damn, I can't turn this shit down. Nothing. What you got going on, bro? It's Wednesday night, bro. You ain't got nothing to do. Come on, bro. What's happening with this TV? A breakup? Damn, what happened, bro? It's not a waste. It's not a year wasted. It's just something that you learn from, bro. It'll help you in your next relationship. This for them fours, those mobiles, Buicks, and them Chevys. Cadillacs, 24 inches, I'm sliding on Pirellis. Trust issues. She had trust issues, or you had trust issues, bro? Beating the trunk, turning buildings into confetti. Country grandma like Nelly, we speak with a draw. Except Florida, like in outside, we creep and we crawl. You hear a button, you know the broken screen's call. Jam is put up to the we ain't too tired to ball. She was a little insecure. That's tough, bro. Nothing you can really do about that. People gotta work on that themselves, bro. But were you doing something to make her more insecure? Because that doesn't help. Rupert Candy, Cody Caprice, flipping like I'm the law. See that shirt on if I got enough knock to top it off. Oh, I guess telling me, child, you need to knock it off. I just did look again, see I'm out to Papa, bro. I'm from the dirty third coast where we keeping it raw. Slap against ourselves, you think that you beating us now? We pimp your ride, cause slaps down in the south be nasty, y'all. Think that your son, just wait till we put up in classic cars. Candy paint drip like it was fresh out of molasses jar. Futuristic got customization, that's like pastors told me. I got my mind on form, but I'm swinging bumper grill. Swinging and bumper grill. Man, there is nothing on TV, bro. What am I gonna watch? Got my mind on form, but I'm swinging bumper grill. Swinging them bumper. Bumper grill. Wow, I didn't know you could sing. Bro, everybody on YouTube says that, but I promise you I can't sing, bro. I don't know what that should be sounding like on YouTube, but yes, I know I'm talking on 24s, VBS, and I said, let's see, some of them in the dressed in the center. Never begin on my iced out chain with the rest of them wrist and get your iced out cramp on my dog and my wolf is bucking nothing with free on. Cause it's powered by an iced out amp. I don't think I'm gonna find nothing on TV, dog. This is a sad night. But it's all good though, cause I really just watch TV when nobody's talking. So as long as we talking, we good, bro. I sound like Beyonce on YouTube. Yeah, well, I need to get up in the studio and bring the YouTube filter. I'm gonna be like, hey yo, can I record my verse through YouTube Live? Is that straight with y'all? That's funny. Yo, One Piece is like the most famous animated I've never watched even one episode of, bro. This shit always on my TV. And I should be like, I'm turning this shit off. I be thinking about starting it, but there's just too many episodes, bro. I can't do it. Wish I had a Snickers, bro. That would hit the spot. Snickers or Twix. Just kind of want some candy right now. What you learned this week, dog? You learned anything? Besides learning that love don't last forever with your girlfriend. How old are you again, bro? I can't remember. I'm trying to see how important this breakup is in your development. If you're young enough, it's important. If you're old enough, then it's like whatever. Oh, yeah, it'd be like that, man. I mean, the good thing is, and this probably sounds crazy, but it was only a year, bro. I know dudes that was like 19 to 27 in relationships, like with one girl, and then they just like break up and they're just single, bro. That's the worst. So at least, get you a little breakup out the way. You might have another one, to be honest. Usually, you got the teenage one, and then you got one more after that. You got one more that you're gonna think's more serious. You're gonna have like a 2-3 year relationship breakup. Then you're gonna find the right one. Don't worry, bro. But that's usually how it happens, anyways. You get lucky, you won't have to deal with the second breakup. Nah, I gotta find something else to watch. My feelings won't feel the same anymore. Nah, that's just right now, bro. You're gonna feel all kinds of stuff in the beginning, bro, but you're gonna pass through it. You're gonna pass through it and you're gonna be alright, dog. Don't let it affect your life that much. You know what I'm saying? Feel sad right now because it's a sad event, but don't dwell on it. Don't treat the future girls any differently. Don't let it change your whole personality, bro. Sometimes stuff just don't be working out, bro. Same thing with friendships and anything else. Feel me? Hey, hey, hey. Oh, you young. You probably don't know this song. Her two BFFs like me? Nah, don't do that, bro. That's messy. You look up this song, type in Amon, Eamon, and then type in Don't Want You Back, and go listen to that song. You gonna feel good, bro. You be singing that shit all night, bro. Fuck you, you hoe. I don't want you back. I'ma feel depression. All of that's normal though, bro. Like, feel whatever you wanna feel. Just don't keep feeling it, bro. You wanna know something, bro? Emotions last for about 90 seconds. Anything after that is just you reliving the moment over and over again. Like right now, you're listening to me talk, right? You can choose to keep listening to me talk, or you can zone out and start thinking about good memories, start thinking about bad memories, whatever, right? But all of the feelings, it's gone already, bro. You make yourself feel that stuff over and over again by thinking about the situation. So that's why, like, there's a little bit of merit to what people say when they say you need to be doing stuff and staying busy so you don't think about it. I kind of agree with that a little bit, but I don't think you should be doing stuff to distract yourself from it. I just think that you should be living your life and not wallowing in your sadness. Trust me, bro. You're gonna get over it, and then you're gonna forget her name in like 10 years, bro. Trust me. Trust me, daddy. I call my plug on the phone like, trust me, daddy. I'ma take it out of town and bring you plenty. They be ready for it. They be waiting for it. I'm still jugging on the highway, breaking balls down. Evan Simmons learning more Spanish this week. What'd you learn this week, man? I want to hear about it. In my mind, I'm just thinking right now. Bruh, don't think about it like that. I'm telling you, bro. Just first of all, you could look at it like this. Like you said, she was a little insecure, so that's the reason that ended it. That means it's not your fault, and technically, it's really not her fault either. She has a problem that she hasn't learned how to deal with. It's not like she's intentionally doing it, bro. Like she just, honestly, she's just childish. That's what it comes down to. She hasn't learned how to love herself and not be secure in herself. Assuming you didn't do anything to provoke that insecurity. Um, so there's nothing to be mad at her about. That's something that she needs to eventually work on. Actually, you need to do your homework and get off of this live. Hey, 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 hey. Alright, I'm just leave it on this channel. I'll wait for Rick and Morty to come on. She also like my friend. What? Wait, who's a Taylor Swift fan? What are you talking about, Oxy? Are you talking tightening up the conversation skills? Trying to get out of the beginner phase? What do you think is your key to tightening up your conversation skills? What do you think is missing? What makes you pause? What makes you not flow when you're speaking? The Chiefs gang dude? Why is he a Taylor Swift fan? Did I miss something? What makes him a Taylor Swift fan? Oh, because she runs the team. Anyways. Anyways. Yo, is his name Travis Kels or Kelsey? I've actually never known. I really don't care that much, but it's just now that I'm reading it, I'm just wondering. Bro, these onions are burning my eyes. Edwin, I'm doing good tonight, man. I really just started this live, so I'm just sitting here, just talking, just chilling. How are you doing? Bro, my wife cooked something with onions, and now my eyes just burning, bro. Is that what's burning my eyes also? How are you gonna ask if that's what's burning your eyes? You're the one that did it, bro. It's literally your fault. I don't know. It's like I know the words, but forget when I'm actually trying to speak it. I need more practice for sure. Started using Hello Talk recently to get more practice with actual people. Yeah, man, I keep telling myself I need to make a video about this. But what you're describing is what a lot of people go through. I mean, in whatever language. But that's the difference between passively knowing something and active recall. So that's why you can understand a lot more than you can actually speak. And a lot of people will just like read or whatever, and they're just like, oh yeah, like when it's time to speak, I'll say all of these words, but you won't because you have to like actively work on active recall. If you don't practice the stuff that you take in, then when it's time for you to say it, you also won't be able to say it. It's really not that different than, if you skim the information for like a science test or something. If the test is multiple choice, you would probably pass because you would look at all the options and say, oh yeah, that means this. But if it was fill in the blank, would you be able to describe it? If you can't, then you don't really know it. So, Edwin, good, good. That's what's up. That's what's up. Am I in Colombia right now? Bro, I'm always in Colombia. If when I come home to the United States, you will know, bro. There'll be my YouTube won't say I'm in Colombia anymore. Yeah, that's a good point. I have an easier time understanding what someone says to me than speaking. Yeah, for sure. And the thing is, if you don't push yourself to that uncomfortable place, to that outside of your comfort zone, you can know so much stuff, but if you never put yourself in a position to say it, every time you need to say it, your brain's gonna freeze up. Like you could know everything there is to know about conjugations and subjunctive and whatever, but you're still gonna get to a point in a conversation where you need to say something in the past or the subjunctive in the past. And if you've never used it before, it doesn't matter how many times you read it on the paper, your brain's gonna go, wait a second, like what are we doing here? So you have to have those conversations, and you have to stretch yourself. Pause. You have to, put yourself in a position to use that stuff because just because you're having conversations also doesn't mean that you're pushing yourself to use new vocabulary words that you learned, new grammatical structures that you learned. Um, Having a conversation is always better than not having one, but there's different ways to look at it too. You don't always have to be talking about something super complex because even going over the basics, that's what That's what gives you your base. The more you talk about something, the easier it'll be to talk about it because you've said it 1,000 times. Essentially, that's what I'm doing right now. I don't have to think because all of this stuff I've probably said it 5,000 times in some way or another. All of our sentences are just like half of a sentence we use here and half a sentence we use here. You put it together and you make a new sentence, but you're not often saying brand new words, brand new concepts. Um, and if you are, you probably have to study to be able to talk about it, or else you're gonna sound crazy. You didn't know that's what was causing it? You're insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Yeah, bro. I permanently reside in Colombia, but like I said, soon enough I won't be here, and you'll know. You will know. It's about time for me to die. It's all at the bottom now. And it's barely in the middle. It's about time. How's Colombia been? It's been cool, man. Been here for like 7 months now. Nothing but good vibes, man. I love it. I think it's been 7 months. Maybe 8. I don't know. But yes, I have had an amazing time here. Love the people, love the weather. It's cool. I don't understand why these things make noise when you open them. I watched a video about learning through songs. I think some ballad or slower rhythms is better for beginners. Yeah, definitely. I remember when I first started. I mean, obviously, when I first started, I couldn't understand anything. But the stuff that I could understand when I began to understand, I was like, you know what? This is not that bad. You still don't understand like some advanced concepts, but the more drawn out the singing is, obviously they have to pronounce it better because it's slower. Um, and so yeah, a lot of the songs that I listened to early were very slow, like romantic songs. Um, and yeah, and also when you look those lyrics up, if you can find the lyrics for the song, they make more sense. Like I said in that video, even if you look up the lyrics for rap songs, you'll probably still be lost. So it kind of doesn't help you to know the lyrics if you still don't know what the lyrics are saying. Because a lot of that stuff can't be translated with like a standard translator. You would need someone that knows slang to tell you, like, oh, this really means this and this really means this. You growing a mustache? I always got a mustache, bro. You know what probably happens, bro? It's because whenever it's dyed this color, you can't really see it against my skin, so it be looking like I don't really have a mustache. But I would never shave my mustache off. Even when I was in the military, I would just rock you can't have it past the corner of your lip. So I would rock the stash right here. And obviously I had to cut my beard off when I was in the military. I would never cut my mustache off. That is a sin, bro. I think not to get racial or anything, but I don't think black men should cut their mustache off. It never looks right, bro. I've never seen a black dude with no facial hair that I didn't think just looked funny. I think other people can. It doesn't look so bad, but with black dudes, there's something wrong with it. Couldn't explain what it is. It just looks weird. Fresh from the barber's chair. I did get cut yesterday. It's hard to get a cut now, man. I gotta tell him to come here and shit, cause it's so hard to get up and move around and stuff. So I try to just do it like every 2 weeks. Normally I would do it every week, but he has to really go out of his way to come here. So damn, I already seen this episode of Rick and Morty, man. I thought this was a new one. Now I gotta find something else to watch. Yo, Edwin, I never asked you. Since I was confused last time, have you lived in Colombia all of your life, bro? Have you ever lived in the United States? Let's see, NCIS. Ted. Ooh, RoboCop. It's almost done. Salute, salute. How you living over there in Miami, dog? Edwin, I've lived here all of my life. Oh, okay. What is your level of English? If you had to just like, more or less tell me how much English you speak. I hate making people grade their English or Spanish, but I'm just asking you like, do you understand everything that I say? And could we have like a conversation like this in real life, or is it tough? I agree, you can get away with no facial hair when you're younger, but past 30, you gotta change up. That's true too, yeah. But also, yeah, there's also a point that you hit when you start looking old, like really old, that you can shave your facial hair and it'll make you look younger again. You see that a lot when dudes get around like 40, 50. A lot of them will do like I don't even know, like a midlife crisis type thing and shave it all off and try to look like they're younger. We're like, bro, we still know you're 60, dog. Are you asking me where I'm from, bro? I'm from Texas, bro. Welcome to Texas. The upside Texas. Don't come on now. This Texas you will get. So you better respect this. Lay there breathless. You can't be asking me where I'm from, bro. That's crazy disrespectful, bro. Like I could be from somewhere other than Texas, bro. I understand mostly all you say. My conversation not the best since I haven't had many interactions. Okay. So how did you learn? Did you learn like in school? Did you learn from like just watching stuff like this or what? Because if you never told me, I probably would know that English wasn't your first language, but I mean, it's not like you like have like crazy spelling errors or anything like that. You don't like you got good you write well, so it looks like you might have had some education or something. If guys don't have a stash, they look majestic, but if they do, they look manly. Majestic, is that the right word? I don't know about that. It depends. It depends on the person. I just dyed a rock to gray. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna do like no facial hair. I had to do that, like I said, in the military, where I had to do no beard, and I just hated it. I just there's that's too much. That's too. You have to shave like basically every single day if you want the smooth look. Um, because the only thing worse than having like a trash messy beard is having that middle stage, like after the 5 o'clock shadow. Sometimes the 5 o'clock shadow looks trash too, but that stage after the 5 o'clock shadow, it just looks like you're like going through something and you haven't groomed yourself. I thought you was from DR. Nah, I'm, I don't know anything about the Dominican Republic, bro. Not a thing. I was thinking Dallas. My mom's from Dallas. I'm from like 3 hours away from Dallas, but I mean, so much of my family's there, so it's not like I like claim Dallas. If somebody asks me, I'm not like, oh, I'm from Dallas. But if somebody's not from Texas, I'll be like, okay, Dallas, yeah, sure. I look Dominican. That's weird. Nobody ever says that, bro. Sometimes people would say that when I had braids. I don't know why that made me look more Dominican, but people did say that sometimes. What city should I fly in to visit you this summer when you return from Cali? Here's the thing, Austin is super close. You fly into Austin, bro, you can come to my house. Like, Austin's like 30 minutes away from Killeen. Dallas is far from Killeen. I would link up with you, but uh, if you were in Austin, in theory, I wouldn't need to get a hotel or anything. I could literally, if you were in a hotel in Austin, I could link up with you every single day. It would just be a 30-minute drive or something, maybe 45, depending on the traffic. But I'd just be like, yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow, go home, link up with you the next day or something like that. In Dallas, though, you can do that in a day, but that's not fun. That's something you would do like one time. Like when we go to my family reunion in Dallas, like we'll leave on a Friday and come back on a Sunday. But that drive back, bro, when you've already done whatever you want to do, that shit is boring, bro. The English classes here aren't so good. It's mostly focused on grammar, if anything. Sometimes teachers simply don't give class. I was good in English, and the rest I learned by myself. That sounds about right. A lot of I don't know if you know, but I teach English here online. And a lot of the people that I've gotten that have had English classes here in Colombia, they don't know that much. I guess that's not much different than us because we do like Spanish class and nobody can speak. But yeah, it's just like the traditional method of teaching language. It just sucks so bad. Austin is easier then. I'll be back in like 40 minutes of the live stream for sure. I only say that because your accent in Spanish sounds like from that side of town. It definitely doesn't sound Dominican, but there is a Caribbean influence for sure. I only logged on to see who will be last day at our house. Now that I see his mic band, I'm logging off. I approve. That's funny. Axa, tráeme una chela, güey. I get people asking if I'm Dominican. If you speak Spanish and you're shade, you instantly Dominican. That's true. But I would say, alright, to be fair, most people don't know the difference between a Puerto Rican and Dominican accent. To me, I find it comical because, like, I learned Spanish from Puerto Ricans, right? And so Dominican accents sound nothing like Puerto Rican accents. Like the intonation, the slang, that shit's not even close. So like sometimes like I'll watch like a Puerto Rican video and people in the comments that are not from the Caribbean will just be like, tell me you're Dominican without telling me you're Dominican. And I'm like, what are you listening to, bro? This is not a Dominican accent. And they don't have to be like black. They literally don't know the difference. But you're right though. It does for sure. If they hear Caribbean and your skin's black, they just say, oh, Dominican. Like, no. They even do that to people in Puerto Rico sometimes. They're just like, "Are you Dominican and you moved to Puerto Rico?" Like, nah, bro. They're just Puerto Rican. They're just black. But I get it. Like I said, when you don't know a lot, you're just like kind of taking a stab at what it could be. Santana, you're from Panama, right? That happens a lot too. I grew up with hella people from Panama, bro. Honestly, when I was a kid, I didn't know people from Panama spoke Spanish, bro, because I grew up with, like, I'm telling you, bro, like my whole basketball team. One of those dudes plays professional basketball in Panama now. He moved back and he lives there with his family. Um, but his three cousins were also on the basketball team. I swear to you, bro, I never heard them speak a lick of Spanish. Um, and so, just in my hometown, I bet you if you asked a lot of people, they wouldn't know that Panama is a Spanish speaking country, bro. Like, seriously, we got so many black kids from Panama that went to our school that live in our hometown that either don't speak Spanish or they just didn't speak Spanish around us. Um, but that happens too, because sometimes their accent in English has that like a, I hate to say Jamaican because that's the default whenever you hear Caribbean English. I'm basically doing the same thing that people do in Spanish, but it kind of sounds Jamaican. So people be like, "Oh, are you from Jamaica?" And they're like, "Nah, I'm not from Jamaica." But it's the same thing. It's just like when you got nothing else. You're like, I don't know any other accents. I don't know what a Bayesian accent sounds like. I don't know what a Trinidadian accent sounds like. So of course you're gonna say he sounds Jamaican. That's what people do with Spanish. They don't know the difference between a Puerto Rican accent, Cuban accent, Dominican accent. So they're like, he sounds Dominican. Because that's just the one that pops in their head. Definitely has a lot of island influence. Man, I'm a nerd, bro. I get sidetracked by stuff, bro. So I remember when I first started learning Spanish, I would get like sidetracked on like where stuff came from, where stuff started at. And I was like, damn, Panama invented reggaeton and dembow, basically, bro. Crazy, bro. And it's crazy because like you can literally hear the transition if you go back in the songs. I mean, first of all, obviously dembow came from Dominicans, but it came from Shabba Ranks' song Dembow, 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 and they just turned it into their genre. But yeah, you can hear the origins of reggaeton from the guys in Panama. Like they were doing more of like, cause like I said, they had the Jamaican influence in Panama, and so they were doing that in Spanish. They were basically just doing the same song, but changing the lyrics to Spanish. And then those guys were going to New York. Those guys were going to Puerto Rico, and they was like, "Yo, this shit's crazy." And then they put their little spin on it, and those dudes became Daddy Yankee, Nicky Jam, all of that stuff. You ever seen Maja Hype videos? Why does that sound? That looks familiar. I don't know it like that though, or else I'll recognize it. Funny part is I speak the little Spanish I know with a Mexican accent. They still think I'm Dominican. I would have to hear it, but here's the thing too, bro. I think a lot of black people gravitate towards those Caribbean accents because it kind of meshes more with the way that we speak English, if that makes sense. And obviously, I'm generalizing, but I've heard a few black dudes that learned Spanish with Mexican accents that actually, I'm like, well, dude sounds like he's from Mexico. But a lot of times, even when they're trying to speak with a Mexican accent, like I said, just the kind of rhythm that we talk with in English and the way we do things with words, it still ends up sounding a little a little Caribbean. You could for real be a therapist if you could put up with drama, bro. Why do you think I can't put up with drama? First of all, my degree is in psychology, if you didn't know. I actually, my original path, I was actually going to be a psychologist. I just didn't feel like going to school for that long, seriously. But like, anyone that knows me in real life, bro, I'm like the dude that listens to people's problems and solve them. So that's what I do, bro. Yeah, those Caribbean islands are culturally urban. Depends on what part you're in. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people don't know that Spanish reggae was a sound in the late 80s. Yeah, and it's good music too, bro. Like El General, bro. What's that song called? I can't remember what the song's called. Bien Iban. Oh, I see. I don't remember. Se Viene Iban. I don't remember. But that should go hard. I just don't remember the title. Why do you think I can't put up with drama? That was a serious question. He said if you could put up with drama. It makes it seem like he knows that I can't put up with drama. Your nickname is Quick Temper. That's from when I was a kid, man. It's just too late now. It's just my brand already. I'm just like, damn. Every time like someone in real life follows me on social media, they're like, why is your name Quick Temper, bro? And I'm like, it's a long story, dog. It's a long story, man. But yeah, I get weird about history, bro. I get sidetracked for real. I'll be looking up one thing and I'll be like, what? I didn't know this dude was from here. Oh, I didn't know this dude's parents were from here. And I just end up seeing all of this stuff, bro. And just end up doing a whole history lesson on something that I wasn't even looking for. Then I end up not even getting the original information that I was looking for, bro. Santana, how long did you live in Panama, bro? Did you leave when you were a kid or did you leave when you were an adult? Dun, 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 Damn, it says 8 people are up in here. What y'all doing, kids? What y'all doing? Mom and dad divorced when I was 11, so school season in the States, all school season in Panama, my mom's. My mom used to have all the military bases too. Yeah, that's why all of those kids ended up in my hometown, because my hometown is literally right next to a military base. So it'd be like American soldiers over there, get with the women. Either they'll bring the women back or they'll have kids, but either way, they'll end up in our hometown. Do you think Trump is a sociopath? Uh, Tough to say, man. it's really hard to diagnose somebody with something when you don't know them personally, to haven't asked them questions. But could be. He might be. I think lots of people are sociopaths, especially people that make it to the top. Kind of gotta be ruthless. Jojo Matt, what's up, brother? How's your rehab going? It's going well, man. Just gotta take it slow. It's a slow process. It's not something that I could rush. It's not something that I can power through. It literally just takes a certain amount of time to heal, and it takes a certain amount of time to get the strength back. So I'm on my feet now. I'm walking. I just gotta have like a cane for safety. It's really hard to walk. I mean, it's been like 2 months since I walked, so it's like I gotta learn how to do it all over again. Basically, my legs just like don't work the right way. So be a long journey, but I'm on my way back. I just can't wait until I'm stable enough to like hit a heavy bag. That's all I really care about. I just want to like really be able to work out again. Right now, I can't. Yes, my wife is Latina, but she was born in the United States, though. I think he is. He's manipulative. He uses those around him and discards them when they outlive their purpose. Like I said, that's most people at the top of anything. So, but yeah, I agree. Thoughts on this passport, bro, movement? I mean, I don't think it's worth the energy to talk about, but I just think I don't know what they're looking for, bro. A lot of people that are part of that movement act like they're looking for a wife, but the stuff that they're doing is not lining up with looking for a wife. It's lining up with trying to feel like a baller somewhere else. But then, I don't know. It's the same stuff that people go through in the States. They're like, oh, these girls only care about money. Then they go travel to another country so that they can spend money uh, on another girl and then get mad when she wants to go with someone else that has more money. Yeah, it's literally just tricking, bro. And I'm just like, bro, you could do that in the States. Granted, it would be easier to do in a country where your currency is worth more, but I'm like, you're not. Don't try to make it seem like you're looking for a wife and the girls here aren't wife material and all this other stuff. I'm like, if it was that, then you would go and you would not flex your money. You would go looking for some girl that doesn't care about money. But they never do that though. And then on top of that, I mean, those girls exist in the United States too. You're just not gonna find them. You're not gonna pull them at the club by flexing your money because they don't care about that stuff. So I just think in general it's dumb. I think the more you travel and the more you meet people, you realize that in general, despite cultural and language barriers and stuff, like most human beings are the same. Like they want the same stuff. Most people, eventually want a family. Most people care about their own family that they already have, and they're just looking for some happiness, man. But you got the same problems. Like no matter what culture you go to, you're gonna have problems. There's no perfect people. There's no perfect cultures. If it's not this, then it's something else. All my boys who are black in the States have Latino women, so I'm like, wait, what? And that's what I'm saying too. They're always like, get your passport, go get you a Latina. I'm like, but you could do that in the States if that's what you really care about. So I can imagine it took me a year to relearn how to walk down the stairs after my meniscus surgery. Yeah, that's what I've heard, man. I'm a part of like this group. It's like a group of like 2,000 people maybe on Facebook that have gone through the exact same injury, and they all say going up and down the stairs is like the hardest thing in the world. So they say once you can do that like without thinking, then you're like kind of back to normal. The reason I asked is because I've been looking at the differences between sociopaths and psychopaths, and I realized there's one guy that I think for sure is a full-blown sociopath. If you really get into it, bro, they don't do that anymore. They don't split psychopathy and being a sociopath up anymore. They just say, uh, what is it again? Antisocial personality disorder. They just classify that as like one thing now. Because they used to say, oh, sociopath, no violent tendencies, blah, blah, blah. But essentially, it's the same thing. ASPD. Yeah, that's what I said. But yeah, basically, it's just that. I remember what this episode is about. Oh, I didn't see that comment. He used to walk around saying, not having me as a friend is like not having God in your life. I mean, like I said, it's a bit difficult to diagnose someone based on one thing or even a few things. It's tough, man. That's why people shouldn't self-diagnose themselves. Motherfuckers be watching 3 TikToks and they be like, "Oh no, I'm autistic." Like, nah, bro. Like, there's a lot of things that line up in every disorder and every human being. You don't even have to have a disorder, bro. Like, motherfuckers would be like, "Oh my god, I procrastinate. I must have ADHD." Like, well, no. Like, lots of people procrastinate. You gotta have a lot of this stuff to be that, not one thing. I knew him for like a year, closer to 2 actually. I'm not saying you didn't know him. I'm just saying you're not a professional to be able to diagnose somebody. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, it's kind of the internet does that all the time, bro. Like some girl will post like her text messages with her boyfriend, and they'll be like, "This is classic narcissism behavior. He's manipulating you by doing this and this and this." And that could be true. It could be, but you don't know. Like you cannot take a screenshot without knowing anything else and not being a professional. Like you're just going off of something that you read in a book with no training, and you probably just read one book. Probably didn't even read a bunch, you know. So it's a dangerous game. And at the end of the day, too, it kind of just doesn't get you anywhere. Like after I diagnose you as a psychopath, now what? You know what I mean? Like why did I do that? Diagnosis kind of doesn't mean anything if you don't help the person or if you're not coming up with a treatment. But even professionals come up with different diagnoses. Well, yeah, they do. That's even more reason that someone that's not a professional shouldn't be doing it. People say the same thing about doctors. They're like, well, two doctors can give you two different opinions, so they don't know what they're talking about. Well, it's like, no, actually, that just shows you how complex it is, and that you have no chance of getting it right. Basically, if it's difficult for the people that have studied it for 8 years, uh, you're probably just taking a wild guess and not getting close. But that's just life, man. Everything that has levels of expertise is always the people at the bottom that think that they know a lot, and the people at the top that probably could do a spot on diagnosis, and they're just like, I know enough to know that I should not tell you that this is 100% what it is. Um, yeah, it's just how it is. You know, I think I said it before in my intelligence job. It's like that, bro. The people that suck, they're the people that come up with like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this is this, and all of us that are actually good, we're like, yeah, like I narrowed it down to this, but it's not 100%, and I don't want to tell you it's 100% because if you miss, then you're gonna say I messed up. But I'm just telling you, if you can only get something within 10 meters, it could be this building, it could be this building. They could be at the edge of this building, or they could be at the edge of this building. They could be in between both the buildings for all I know. But the guy that sucks is like, come on, man. This house looks like it will be the house for blah, blah, blah. So, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I wish I started watching this episode from the beginning. I'm lost. Not like I wouldn't be lost anyways, because it's Rick and Morty. But if you watch from the beginning, you can follow along better. Mm-mm-mm-mm. 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 City Wicked. Is it true that they do not have the same capacity for empathy as regular people? Whole people that are diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder? Yeah, that's true. Something like that. But here's the thing. There's different levels of everything. I often say that I think possibly, and like I said, I would never diagnose myself because I'm not a professional in diagnosing people with stuff. But I think that I could be a sociopath. I'm just not a very, very empathetic person. When I was a kid, I couldn't understand the concept of empathy when I would read about it. I'm like, this shit's not making sense. But what I think is because human beings are nature versus nurture, that my parents are such good parents that I know in my brain that something is right, and they taught me to do right things. They taught me to help people. They taught me to blah blah blah. So I don't need to feel this empathy thing to want to help people. But like seriously, bro, you could cry in front of me. That shit would do nothing to me, bro. I'm just like I recognize that you're sad. That's a sad thing, but I like don't feel it. I just don't. It just doesn't. I'm not a very emotional person at all either, so that's part of it. Like I'm just not a crier. So when people are crying, I'm like, why are they doing that, bro? This is not even something to cry about. But here's the thing: if you're like that, and then you grow up with no parents or parents that beat your ass, of course, uh, you know, if you grow up in a violent home, but you're maybe a super empathetic person, you wouldn't be able to hurt someone because you would see their pain and you'll be like, this is hurting me. I can't do this. If you're not empathetic and you grow up around violence and violence is your normal, you'll feel nothing. That's why, like, I don't know if I ever told this on live before, but when I was in college in New York, we had a child soldier come and speak to us. He was an adult, but he was a child soldier as a kid. And he told us about how he escaped and everything. And yeah, he said when he was about 5 or 6 years old, they came through the village and they were just slaughtering everyone. And basically, they would hand the kid the AK and say, "Kill your parents." If the kid hesitated, popped all three of them. Go to the next kid. Kill your parents. And the kids that did it, they were in the army after that point, right? And so basically he just said that he didn't understand right from wrong because like his earliest memories were killing his parents and then going through villages and doing the same thing. Then he was in charge of killing the kids that wouldn't kill their parents and blah blah blah. And so basically his brain has been wired for violence to just mean absolutely nothing, bro. He killed the people most dear to him. You you could never mean that much to him. So of course he's not gonna feel any type of way about killing you. And I definitely was uncomfortable up in the auditorium. I'm like, yo, bro, what if he got like an AK in his bag right now? He just lights all of us up, bro. There was a scientist who found out he was a sociopath, but he has a healthy and successful life. He researched sociopaths and accidentally found out he was one, but he was fine. Dude had a wife, kids, friends. He was fine. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I kind of think that about me. Um, just from the things that I've read sometimes. And like I said, it's not a guarantee or anything. But if I feel the same way as probably this dude. If it was true, I'd just be like, oh damn, doesn't change my life at all. I wouldn't like be like, no, I'm a sociopath. Like I don't care if I am one or not. But I think a lot of good athletes are, or a lot of good anything, because to be like super driven and to want to go super far in one thing, you really gotta shut a lot of other stuff out and just not care about it. You ever like listen to Kobe Bryant talk about stuff, bro? Sometimes he sounds like a robot, dog. Rest in peace. Um, you could tell he was a good dude, but just some of the stuff he was, you just be like, this is not how normal people talk, bro. Like you got something going on up there, which is fine. Same thing with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's a horrible person. Um, and that was kind of fundamental to his success. So I think, yeah, sometimes people that stand out, sometimes they just got stuff wrong with them, bro. I don't even know if you can say something's wrong with them. They're just different. It can be wrong if you're doing bad stuff, like you just said. This guy's a scientist. He's got a successful life and whatever, whatever. No matter what he was diagnosed with, I'll say doesn't really matter because he's living a good life. That stuff matters more when you fuck something up. When you shoot up a school or something, then it's like, well, yeah, he had this going on. That's why I said there's varying levels of stuff. Obviously, there's people that have depression that go all the way. There's people that have depression that have clinical depression that don't exhibit those exact same symptoms and stuff like that. So they say a lot of CEOs have sociopathic traits. Yeah, definitely. What is that book I read? Can't remember the book I read, but it was literally about that topic. Have you seen that interview of Strickland crying? Um, yeah, He cries a lot though, bro. Like, he's an example to me of someone that just grew up in a bad home. Because he's constantly emotional. He's constantly having outbursts. He's not like cold. He's the opposite of cold. He's hot, bro. He's pause. he's always he's always like in some trouble, bro. He's always saying some stuff he doesn't need to say because it's like he's looking for a reaction, bro. He's just like missing love, bro. Like, and you could tell. Um, but yeah, I did. I think I saw the interview that you're talking about. If you're talking about the one that he did with dude's name escapes me, which is funny because he's like one of my favorite comedians, bro. I used to watch him before he was even famous, and now I can't think of his name. But y'all know I'm talking about, white dude with the mullet from Louisiana. Boom, 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 boom. Theo Vaughn, there you go. Yeah. I knew that dude was gonna be famous, bro. He's just too, he's too random, bro. He just says literally like whatever on his brain. What do you think would be real strong reasons to make you cry? Um, the two times in my life that I can recall crying were actually I don't remember the first reason. The last time I cried was after this shit when I was like, but it was like a frustrated cry, not a sad cry. I was like pissed because I was so helpless, bro. I was literally just laying in bed like, yo, I can't even fucking get up to go to the bathroom, bro. Like, this is crazy. It's a crazy feeling, bro. To be like completely dependent, not a great feeling. So that was that. I think the last time I cried before that, I think it was probably when I was a kid when my good friend died. But other than that, I'm just not really a crier. Except when I watch movies. Can't explain it, bro. Real life stuff doesn't make me cry, but movie stuff does. It's pretty weird, bro. It doesn't even have to be a sad scene either. But I'm sure when my parents die eventually, hopefully no time soon, I'm sure I'll cry. I think. I don't know. What y'all be crying about, man? What makes y'all cry? When's the last time y'all cried? Don't lie either. When's the last time y'all cried, bro? When was the last time you shed one tear? This is a safe space. There's a possibility that I'll laugh if the situation's funny, but it's still a safe space. Didn't expect that. Nah, you know what? It's not. No, that's the funniest part, bro. It's not sad scenes. I don't even know how to explain it, bro. It's something about the movies, bro. It's something like it doesn't even have to be a movie. It could be a TV show. But like, let's just say like I need to describe a very specific situation, or Rolando's gonna try to diagnose me and be like, maybe you have daddy issues or some shit. But it's not that. But like, let's just say like two friends are like they're having a conflict on a show, and they stop talking for like 8 years or some shit like that, and then something happens and they meet each other again, and then like the happy music starts playing, and then they get back together. I'd be like, so happy they're back together, man. But I wouldn't do that in real life. Like if somebody told me that story in real life, I'd be like, that's dope. But it's literally something about the movies, bro. I couldn't explain it to you. When a family friend passed maybe 2 years ago, went to sleep and never woke up. I was afraid of going to sleep. That's sad, bro. That's how I felt about my surgery, bro. Cause my friend died, cause he didn't wake up from the anesthesia. So I was like, fuck, bro. What if I don't wake up, bro? Te vamos a casar, me voy a disfrazar. Sherlock. Ooh, The Mentalist. My show. Damn, it's a marathon. This shit been on for like a week, bro. Greatest show of all time. If y'all never heard me say that, I'm saying it again. The Mentalist is the greatest show ever created. Greatest show of all time. What's y'all's favorite show of all time, and why is it not The Mentalist? Damn, the chat went quiet. What y'all doing, bruh?
Can you put those out? Sure. But make sure you send them to the hotel while they're staying at as soon as you can. Nice job. Of course, Battlefield was always my favorite, but that's just me. Battlefield? Oh, yeah. You know, the big boy game. But hey, some people just can't handle that kind of pressure. Oh, you mean that little simple game? Just a couple hotkeys to work.
Docs accidentally take people out like that all the time. Hell yeah, bro. That's why you need insurance for malpractice lawsuits. I mean, even though it's a skill, it's essentially still a guessing game. You don't know how someone's body's gonna react. You don't know what's. You just don't know.
The head is still in play. We'll hold Ethan for 24 hours, but Light has been a step ahead of us the whole way. We have to get ahead now. Lily's testifying tomorrow. First thing in the morning, yeah.
Do you want me? Love me.
Safe as long as it's in her hotel room, yeah. Yes. She has full protection from the car to the courthouse, but not over to the car. No. No. You want to stay ahead of the line. You leave Lily where she is. We make our own plan. Okay, which is what? The general who chooses the field of battle wisely wins before the fighting starts. Okay, I'm listening.
Have I seen that vid? What vid?
Multiple ways in and out.
He didn't say anything else.
We'll need all hands on deck. The moment we leave her room, it's on. Light will take advantage of small spaces and passageways, areas not seen by the public. We'll use it all. Bang. Can't leave the husband behind. We'll have to position him too. You'll have an exit plan well in place. We're gonna move on to. Bang. 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 On my count, I've been shot 6 times. 7. That's good. I got it. Thank you.
My previous comment was, must have got deleted, bro. I saw a vid of a botched lethal injection in Oklahoma. Would anesthesia be a more effective way to execute someone than lethal injection? I think the anesthesia way would take too long, bro. And there's still a chance that you could wake up. I wonder how they even came up with anesthesia, bro. Like, I feel like the first couple times they had to mess that shit up, bro.
It's a good plan. It's a really good plan. He has a good plan too. We're gonna be safe. Someone could get hurt. It's always dangerous. This is different. Everybody will be fine, I promise. We're all gonna be fine. That's what this one's always about. Yeah, you're right. I'm right. Everything's gonna be okay.
What's The Mentalist about and where can I watch? Ooh, that's a tough one. But basically, so in real life, a mentalist is someone that uses, you know, like hypnotism, mind tricks, neurolinguistic patterns, like to like read people's minds. I've had a lot of training to do that stuff. But this guy was a fake psychic, and he taunted a serial killer. The serial killer killed his family, and the whole show is about him trying to get revenge. So he's the FBI's consultant, and he solves all these murders with his psychic skills. But he's using the FBI to get information on this serial killer so he can hunt him down and kill him. Where can you watch it? I don't know what kind of TV you have, but I'm watching it right now on TNT. I'm starting to think lethal injection and death penalty should be banned. Yeah, probably. They get that shit wrong pretty often. You got a fire stick?
Everyone should be getting into place soon.
I don't know, bro. This TV was already set up. I don't know how that shit works, to be honest. But it has a lot of channels, so maybe.
Yes, Wiley was able to tap into the hotel security system. All the monitors in the van are on live feed now.
Excellent. Hey, Lily. How you doing?
Fine.
That's good. Matthew, hold up. Is it time already? No, not yet. Lily's expected to be in the courthouse in a little under 2 hours, so we'll leave in about an hour.
Matthew, we're going to need to get you into position ahead of time before Lily leaves the room.
The car will be in the garage of the hotel. The elevator goes directly to them, but we do have alternative routes just in case something happens.
Can you people guarantee that this will work?
Today's plan has her wife's safety as our only goal.
We don't know exactly how this is going to play out, but I can say that we've explored every possible scenario. We're here for it. Thank you. Love you.
Oh, God.
Alright, babe, if you don't mind.
My butt.
Hey. If anything happens to her today, you know, and I could have stopped it. Matthew, your wife wants to do this, and we'll do everything to keep her safe. It was a good decision. You need to trust her on it, okay? I'd like to run through the schematics one more time. I'm gonna take a quick look around the blackberries. It's okay, everybody just stay back, okay? Alright? It's a decoy. He wants the chaos when we push on. Let's get in position.
The elevators can get shut down. They do that in emergencies.
Okay, Jay, I need you to get down to the van where Wiley is. Take the
Oh, shit. It's getting deep. Ever heard of a band called A Flock of Seagulls? No, I have not.
Alright, copy that. Lesman and Joe are in the bedroom with Lily. Good. So everyone's accounted for. Where's Megan?
I'm here. I'm in position.
Excellent. Everyone listen up. Watch for emergency personnel. Anyone in a uniform. That's how light is coming in.
Oh, shit. It's getting crazy. I gotta mute my mic real fast. I gotta ask something.
My name is Kat, and I'm with
My name is Chicka Slim Shady. I was listening to random bands one day and found a song Slim Thug sample for I Run. You talking about? Oh, I know that song. Thanks.
Got ya.
Got ya. Can't heard. What you mean, bro? What you mean by that? Has to run. Oh, bro, I muted the mic for the. Cause I was saying something I didn't want y'all to hear. I run so far away. Oh no, this assassin is getting close. Where the chips? The chips are right next to my bed, but I don't think I'm gonna eat none. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it.
Could be him dressed as an EMT.
I got it.
Don't get too close. Just try to confirm if it's him.
Gene, I got it. I'm on the sixth floor now.
Elizabeth, it looks like he may be at the other end. Keep going.
Uh-oh, it's getting tense.
Hey, it's not him.
Headed down to the 7th floor.
No.
And by no means rushing, even if things get tight, we may have to rethink things. Good to know you're not rushing.
Show sounds interesting. CSI Law and Order vibe. Yeah, it's very different though. It's very you'll see when you watch it. Totally different vibe. But there's lots of psychology and then lots of sociology. Uh-oh.
Jay, the lights went out. Yeah, I saw that. He is there. Be careful.
You have a good memory for music. I'll have to hear a song to remember what it sounds like. Unless it's a song I listen to often. I have a great memory, period.
Yes, you got it. I got it. It went down. It went downstairs. Okay, buddy, hold on. I'll tell him. Be careful. Let's see where you gotta get. There's a lockdown. Try this doorway.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Get out. Suspect is down. We got an agent downstairs stairwell 7th floor.
They saved the day. Your memory's bad. What's my job? You're a bounty hunter, bro.
Well, here we are. Cozy.
Only Stoddard took the stand today. Testified against your
There's a difference between having a bad memory and not remembering something.
two attempted murders.
Once I commit something to my memory, it literally never goes away. Literally never, bro. I can remember stuff from when I'm 3 years old. But here's, like I said, I have to commit it to my memory. I have to care about it. So after somebody says a certain something, I'll be like, okay, let me put this in the castle. If you don't know what a memory castle is, look up what a memory castle is. Once I put something in a memory castle, it's there forever. I'm just selective about what I put in there.
Have you figured it out yet, Blunt? Oh, you never miss it, man. Miss so badly. He was coached. But we knew that. That's why we moved Lily out of harm's way. Slept in one of her own, right before his eyes. Sometimes people just see what they want to see. I don't mean to gloat, but
Forever never feels so long until you grown. Ever listen to Baby Boss, Red Brothers, Cumbia Kings, or Rob? Sometimes. It just depends if it pops up. That's not stuff I really like type in. But I mean, I won't turn it off if it's good. If it's good. Sometimes that shit's not good, bro.
there you are.
Here I am.
Yeah. Okay. What's wrong?
Your story, no?
Yeah. That took you.
You took me off on purpose. You knew that was a line on the sixth floor. You had to have, but you sent me there anyway.
Yeah, that's right. I wanted to protect you.
I'm an FBI agent. It's my job.
Sorry.
What? You do it again?
Yeah. Probably would.
That's a problem.
It's not a
A
problem.
really big one. You can't do that. You have to let me do my job. If you can't, I don't know. How
Any update on the YouTuber kidnapping? Bro, I posted that the other day. He
We work it out.
got rescued. I think he staged it all. Personally. They had my ass out at 6:30 p.m. on the track running. Boy, about to get skinny than them. What'd you have to do on the track today? Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. Oh, my back.
Natalie is on a short list for a position in the Commerce Department in D.C.
It's not a done deal yet. I have to be confirmed if I can take notes.
This is Bill Peterson, San Antonio DEA. What does this guy Peterson have on you? When I was your boss, you were Bravo. I had your back. You telling me you don't have mine now?
Jake, I'm on the sixth floor now.
Would y'all work for the FBI?
You took me off on purpose. You have to let me do my job. If you can't, how do we work together?
Peterson can end my career. I can go to prison. Any mention of this can end things for Lena before it even starts. They can't let him do it. It's over for you and your wife. I'm gonna see to that.
They don't play, run the whole track, squat 20 times. Did that 10 times, bro. Damn. Bro, your legs gonna be cooked when you wake up in the morning, bro. So you did 2.5 miles. I'm guessing it was a 400-meter track, yeah. 2.5 miles, 200 squats. Ooh. Bro, I know them last couple 400s was probably slow than a motherfucker. He was probably trotting, bro. FBI jobs are overrated. I have a few friends doing it. Well, I guess it would depend on what you consider overrated. You have to have an idea of something for it to be overrated. I got friends in the FBI. Depends on what your job is. All FBI agents don't do the same thing. I walked 3 of them. I figured, bro. I was about to say, if you wasn't expecting to do something like that, that's a lot to be thrown into, bro. That's a lot, bro.
Could you look into Peterson's phone records for us? We'll be right in. What's up, Fish? Got it.
Is that not happening?
Sounds like
Yep.
Peterson's checked into a hotel just outside of Young. It's right after that, right?
Yeah, 10 years ago.
I checked his phone record. He only called that stuck out was to a San Antonio congressman this afternoon, Representative Jules Black.
Heard of him. He's a nobody trying to make a name for himself.
Well, if he could block me and have his confirmation, it would block his reputation as a service, wouldn't it?
Well, how would Peterson going to reaffirm that then?
I don't know. Here's so. Okay, so if Peterson wants to make trouble, now's the time to tell him. But what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about it? Why is everyone whispering? How do you know about all this? Well, he's keeping tabs on Peterson.
I'm just saying, bro, that's rough.
Well, you mentioned that Peterson had some trouble. He volunteered. Kid wouldn't take that for anything.
I mean, in my track days,
Peterson's doing it for your problem.
that'd have been some light work, but when you not doing track, bro, that's actually a lot, bro. Man, I remember during COVID, I was like, let me go. I looked at my old track workouts. So let me do our first of the season workout. It was very similar to that, but just a tiny bit more. And I was just like, bro, I got halfway through that mug. I was like, nah, dog. Like, it's not something that I want to just jump into. Shit like that, you need to do half the workout. Come back the next time, do 3/4. Then you're like, all right, now I'm a little more accustomed to it. I can start this shit. If they would have told me 10 laps on the first day, I'd have been like, nah, bro. Let's do 5. And next time I can commit to 10. I feel like Rolly. That motherfucker, bro, still got a concussion right now, bro.
Let's talk in my office.
His head still hurting.
Yes.
You sure he has the evidence?
Baby, I'm so sorry. I should have told you everything. It's my fault. I really let you down.
Do not say that. You don't have to apologize, not to me, not to anyone. But this person who tried to bring you down makes me so angry. But this is simple.
What's up, Giselle? How you doing?
I don't want the job if this is what it takes to get it.
Look, I'm not gonna have you quit because of me. Okay, now I'll tell Peterson I'll resign.
Absolutely not.
We can just go along with the same story and we're separated. Maybe. Excuse me, Jane. Could you please just give us a minute? Yes, I would, but time is short. I'm guessing that each of you is offering a 400 score for the other, which is very
Speaking of this show,
No.
this is one of the only people that almost tricked me into thinking they were American. The main character of the show is really Australian, but he does a really good American accent. When I was a kid, I was like, something is off, but I can't tell what.
I think so.
It took me a long time to realize that he was from Australia. I kind of thought he had a speech impediment because of like
I can't tell you.
American accents are really hard to fake. You can fake them for a little bit, but you can't fake them for a long time. So sometimes when he says stop, he says it like stop, stop.
Okay, we'll do it your way. Excellent.
But he does a really good American accent.
Hey, any updates?
Peter sent right back and said it's gonna get 2 hours ago.
Has he had any more contact with Congressman Webb?
No, it's just the one call yesterday. Lasted 30 seconds, so it's probably just a voicemail message. I hear Abbott's in trouble. I'm not very good at keeping secrets.
Good thing you're in the FBI.
What are we doing about it?
Gene's coming up with a plan right now. He might want to think twice before getting in on this one, both of you. I have a feeling we're going to be pretty far outside the lines.
Well, Jane had me pretend to kill a guy. Unless we're going further outside the lines now.
Probably not.
And I'm good. Me too. Let's take this other quote, man.
Dun 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 dun. Too quiet in here. You know what? It was very active about 15 minutes ago. It just got quiet. But I've been on here for a while now. Normally it's active, then it gets really quiet, and then around 10:45 to 11:30, people start talking again. Usually you come in, Mike comes in, and like one other person. But I agree, it's very quiet in here. Luckily I have my TV on.
I'll take care of the blood. You take that on Peter's.
He's been DA for 30 years. There's a ton of ways it could be spent.
People take fails from cartel. Maybe something else or something. Look into stuff.
Stop working.
I have to go make some calls and catch up with them.
You never stop working. What was that?
We catch Chase?
Nope.
What are you all working on?
Nothing.
Sure looks like something. Anything I can do to help?
Yep. We pulled down the board out here.
Did I do some?
I'm supposed to begin studying? Well, why don't you study? And what are you studying? This master's making me look lazy. Oh, it's your master's. What is your master's in? Or what is it gonna be in? Or whatever. I'm tired. Digital marketing. That sounds fun. I wouldn't do it, but it sounds fun. Why did you want to get that? Yeah, Castro, you're gonna get some good sleep tonight, bro. Was that today or was that yesterday that you did that?
Yeah, get me the second quarter arrest figures on my desk in the morning, alright?
Cause it's from there to USA. Ah, okay.
Glad you and Mom just taking a look around to think about membership. That's supposed to be amusing.
Actually, this man said that he was from your offices there for a moment.
It's fine, Stacy. Stacy, Mr. D, so I go with. Thank you. There's a little trip down the river from.
Today and yesterday back to back. Woo!
So do you think I'm gonna sit back and watch you destroy that establishment? Destroy him? Justice. Then it's that. whiskey? What is this? It's the loop.
So I have to validate my studies just in case my degree will be recognized anywhere. That's good.
It's a new way of thinking. Congressman did something opportune. Block an appointment that his party is desperate to kill. He's in my debt. It's money in the bank. You judge me. That's what I'm thinking about. Screwing Dennis Abbott. It's just icing. Okay, well, water. Yes,
Will came out. He watched you run.
we shall see.
I'm really
It
sorry.
sucks when you finish your postgraduate studies and they're worth nothing in another country. Yeah, that really does suck.
See myself.
No.
Limpieza e hidratación para tu piel en una sola pasada con el agua micelar bifásica de Nivea. Remueve el maquillaje a prueba de agua, manteniendo tu piel hidratada. Su tecnología micelar con agua de rosas
Oh, he came out to watch you swim.
y no irrita tu piel. Descubre el agua micelar bifásica de Nivea Rosca. Eficacia y suavidad para
Yeah, that's basically what happened to my physical therapist. She wants to live in the States, but they won't recognize like the education that she has. So she'll have to do it all over again just to be a physical therapist, and it's not worth it. So she's actually gonna go to Germany. Don't know why Germany accepts it, but dude, I'm completely out of shape. I could have told you that, man. Take that work to get back in shape, bro. I need everything. You gonna get right, bro. You gonna get right. You gonna be doing that stuff. You gonna be doing my program. You gonna be doing everything, bro. You gonna be a Superman. They be like, what? You're a what? From where? Hopefully in a year. That's good. That's dope. Kinda want to get a master's. I kinda don't.
Contacts and cross-referenced them with our database and checked his call history.
I did a squat and thought I what, my boss? What? You thought you what?
Take money on the table. I don't know who's giving it to him.
John, I couldn't find anything. I went through his offshore corporations, their clients' accounts. There's no sign that money's being hidden.
Well, of course not. He knows it's the first place someone would look.
So where is he putting the money?
Nothing about him really sticks out except that he's super diligent, works 60 hours a week or more, 2 to 3 times a month he goes out with the teams on raids.
What kind of rates?
Emails mention it, low-level bus, neighborhood labs, local dealers.
Low-level bus, that doesn't sound like Peters.
But he wouldn't make his hands dirty unless there was something in it for him.
I'll bet you
Oh, I thought that was an F. It's cause like the way it looks on my screen, it looks like I thought I for my balls.
process the cash in the
Yeah, Giselle, you got it. You speak better English than me.
trust. Record the amount of money and drugs from the crime scene before it's
But not torn, it would be tour with an E.
taken some for himself. Nobody knows. If the drug dealer complains, nobody believes him. It's kind of the perfect crime.
10,000 here, 50,000 there. He could have millions by now.
Yeah, but where is he hiding money?
Based on the security app on Peterson's phone, it looks like his house has a crazy elaborate security system. Well, there's your answer. What is in the house?
If we could get our hands on that cash and prove that Peterson's stealing, we put an end to this right now.
I don't see how we get in the house. It's like Fort Knox and we have 48 hours. Don't be defeatist. Can you pull up a plan of the security system?
I used to hate the gym. Why though? The gym's amazing. It's the best. I said, DJ, can you play our favorite song?
Bill Peters.
Hello, Mr. Peterson. This is Missy Brown. I'm Congressman Black's legislative director. I'm following the
Said, DJ, can you put this song on blast? For the hoes in the back shaking.
About the nomination.
I know, you know.
Yes, the congressman was intrigued by the message you'd like to know.
He's in D.C. right now, and hearings are in.
Torn in the result. still tore. The word is tore. Torn is in the past. You can say my balls are torn, but if you're talking about the action, you have to say tore. Almost tore completely.
The good news is Peterson's house is only one floor and is easily accessible.
I don't know what kind of exercise are you doing to feel like that, bro.
Oh, what about the security system?
I downloaded an app from his phone that monitors the cameras. I can hack the forensic software and get into the root folders. If he checks them remotely, it'll look like no one's in the house. But I'll need to do it from here.
Can you turn off the alarm?
You'll need to do that in the house. I can't do it.
This is not the ideas.
I'd like to speak to Joe, please.
Sure. Sure. What's up?
There's obviously going on, and I'm here to protest my exclusion.
Big.
Jay's planning something, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with whatever's going on with Abbott.
Don't worry about it.
I do, and Abbott's in trouble. I want to help.
No.
You're letting Wiley help.
Wiley's different. I'm not responsible for him.
You're not responsible.
Big. If this goes wrong, it's a career killer. You'll be finished at the FBI before you even get started.
I'll take that risk.
We're discussing almost breaking out 7 months.
Sounds totally sensible. I'm a part of this team.
Kind of guessing, to be honest. It's dark in here. My keyboard works in 3 languages at a time. On your phone or are you on a computer?
Wanna do that?
My phone has 4 languages.
Nice.
Sir,
Where are you going?
just right in there.
Phone. Yeah, mine's like that too. Kind of pisses me off. Autocorrect sucks on an iPhone now. I'm just like, doesn't do any kind of corrections. Or it just corrects it to the wrong thing.
She's headed back to DC. What's going on? Like I said, I can't really let you in on it. I assume you're breaking every rule and regulation the FBI has. Well, that's a little over the top. I know I said we do it, but
Yeah,
I've changed my mind. I can't
that happens to me a lot.
take a risk like this on my behalf. I'll take what comes.
You know what happens to me almost every single day? If I order something from Rappi, the person is like, "Oh, buenas, estoy afuera," and I type boy, right? And as soon I type boy, I type VOY. As soon as I put my finger on send, it changes it to Voyager. Every single fucking day, I hit send and it goes Voyager right before I send it, and then the person's just like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Ah, fuck, bro." Like, why would I type Voyager? When would I ever use Voyager, bro? Come on, man. That shit pisses me off. That literally happens like every single day. Sometimes I like hit boy, and I wait a second. I fake like I'm gonna hit send, and it changes to Voyager. I'm like, caught you, and I backspace. Mine is crazy. I bet. Said DJ, can you put this song on blast? Like my OK Google. Voice to text in French.
Joe, it's happening tomorrow.
Then I speak to Alexa in English, it answers in Spanish. I don't even have Alexa.
I'm connected to Peterson's security system. Looks like he's getting ready to leave.
My Google Maps reads everything. Oh, my Google Maps reads everything in Spanish with a gringo accent.
Cameras, go see a static image showing new activity around the house.
Not spanky.
About an hour and a half.
Well, that should give us enough time.
You need to slow down with your typing.
So what's your plan? Pick the lock up and go see what happens.
What'll happen is
Right away, I'll
Let's see, it's 10:47. If it doesn't get active in here,
figure things out.
I might get off around 11 or so.
Okay, very much.
Go to bed? No, it's Wednesday. I don't even have nothing to do tomorrow.
60 seconds. Yeah, I'm like a little adrenaline to get the mind fired up. It's quiet. Cadillac, 9 o'clock. Yeah, that's
Time's running out.
there. Got it. Just do that.
Wiley texted it to him.
No, I didn't.
When he hacked into the security system, he saw Peterson punch in the code. I saw you looking at your phone.
Listen, you're killing the magic here.
Can we get home?
Sure. Remember, he's not gonna hide the money in or under his mattress.
Maybe the apartment's full shores.
All over.
Take the class? What class? What class are you talking about? Hey, Mike. Haircut is looking clean, my brother. Thanks, big dog. Appreciate you. Got a cut yesterday, you feel me? It had been 2 weeks. I try not to let it go past 2 weeks. It's more annoying to schedule with him to come here. When I would go to his shop, I would go like every week, but now I just be like, all right, I'll do it every other week. By the time I get to 2 weeks, that should be looking crazy. You missed all the good combo already, Mike. Giselle, why you say Jalen? Giselle just types one word, and we're supposed to just guess. I met a bunch of Colombians from Manizales today in Atlanta. They were great vibes. Seemed like they were rich in Colombia though, probably. Have I ever heard of King Africa? Yeah. Manizales seems like a chill city. I've never been there, but looks cool. They all look straight from Spain. Hey man, there's a lot of people with Spanish ancestry in Colombia. Like Sofia Vergara. She's like Spanish royalty, basically. Manizales is nice. So I've heard. There was a YouTuber I used to watch that moved to Manizales. And he lived there for a long time. Then he moved back to Seattle. Sophia's too loud. But she's loud on purpose though. That's a character. Their English was amazing? That's surprising. I was just talking to someone in the chat, Edwin. I don't think he's in here anymore, but he lives here. And we were talking about how Colombians' English is not great because of the Colombian education system. I think it's just because they get taught by other people. You know what I'm talking about, Mike. Like it's the same as like in America when non-native. It's not even non-native speakers. It's people that have crazy accents and don't speak the language well, teaching someone else the language. Like you're already not a native speaker, and then you're teaching someone else. Yeah, they definitely are rich, bro, if they were in bilingual schools. Yes, Giselle. I don't think I know for a fact. You can tell she's a super chill person. If you ever listen when she gets really serious, if she gets offended, she doesn't get offended big. She gets offended small. Whenever she feels really disrespected, she reminds people like, hey, this is my second language. This is a personality. I am intelligent. I speak two languages and you speak one. She always does that. She's mature enough to where like she makes jokes and laughs it off most of the time, but every once in a while she'll get annoyed because someone will be like, "Oh, but you're English," and she's like, "Let's chill for a second. We're don't, yeah, like you got the wrong one, bro. Like I'm bilingual and you're not." She got famous due to a Pepsi ad on TV. That was a long time ago. Yeah, that was. I know what you're talking about. She used to do like these interviews too before she was like a real actor. She's been around for a really long time. It's just like the things that people think of when they think of her happened at the back end of her career. But she's been around since she was really, really young. Like I said, she comes from a Spanish family, not a Colombian family, and they're rich. So she's been in acting for a really long time. You're talking about accent? What are you talking about, bro? Yes, I was a little girl. Yeah. Exactly. That's how long it's been. Not saying that you're old. I'm just saying you wasn't a little girl 5 years ago.
Maybe you hired a designer. Maybe. So I don't.
You know, oddly enough, that's the case for yeah, Rolando Sofia Vergara. Oddly enough, that's the case for a lot of actors in Latino America, like Salma Hayek. Like anytime I tell people that her family isn't Mexican, they're like, "What? They're not?" I'm like, "Bro, you looking at this Arab ass woman and you think her family's Mexican, bro? Like, no, they're very, very, very Arab. You can look at her and tell."
At least $1 million too would be better. Me? I'm not sure how I do that. Do your best.
I met some Peruvians today. That's dope. Where were you meeting all these people at, bro? You was at a Latino convention or what, bro? Some Latinos and Arabs can be ambiguous. Yeah, no, that's facts. But in her case, she looks very Arab. Mike, do you know what the Latina belt is, or no? I went to the Latin American Association, got to talking. That makes sense. Lots of Mexican are Arabs, Lebanese. Yes, they are. Which makes me ask you the same question. Do you know what the Latina belt is? The president of El Salvador is Middle Eastern. Yeah, his people are from Palestine, actually. Texas to the northeast? No, the Latina belt, and this is a real thing, bro. I'm not making this up. If you just go like this, like basically across Mexico to the Middle East, the food's gonna be the same, the spices are gonna be the same. It's actually like a whole concept that people study. And obviously some of that has to do with the migration, but it has to do with like climates and just location, just geography. that the cultures, even though they didn't develop side by side, they developed doing the same things because of the climate, because of the geography or whatever. So Latino people and Arabs look very similarly because the evolution happened the same, and they do very similar things, which is why they mesh really well. And like you said, you look at them and you're like, this motherfucker could be Arab or Latino. I don't know. But yeah, lots of Lebanese people, they'll get mistaken for Mexicans because they look so similar. And it's not even just them. That phenomena happens in a lot of places that are uh, on the same axis. It doesn't, like I said, it's not something that's like directly like, oh, well, these people travel here, because obviously that's an easy explanation. I'm talking about people that didn't travel to those places. They developed side by side without actually traveling there. So, like, obviously, like, if you're like, oh, Mexicans and Spaniards look alike, well, it's like, yeah, bro, the Spaniards traveled to Mexico and they had like a huge influence on the population. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about cultures that didn't mix through trade routes and stuff like that. You can look side by side and be like, damn, like they eat the same spices. They both eat rice. They both make this. Like if you think about like tacos, falafels, all of this stuff is very, very similar stuff. It's a big debate. I don't know though. Mexicans that we know now aren't the same genetically as they were before colonialism. Think about the people from Oaxaca are native Mexicans. No resemblance of people from Saharan Africa. That's debatable. That's debatable. Obviously, so you have to do that same thing with the native people of that area, because you got to think like the people in northern Africa got colonized by the French and shit like that. So I'm not comparing the mixed bloodlines of Mexicans with the mixed bloodlines of North Africans. But we can't look at their food culture and shit like that. But like I said, it's complex. What you're saying is absolutely valid. But like I said, if you just look it up, just look up the Latina belt, bro. And you're gonna see like huge debates about this. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to know exactly what indigenous people look like, because like anyone can say they're indigenous, and like you never know if somebody got mixed somewhere or something like that. You know what I mean? The food stuff, I definitely see the similarities. Yeah, you just gotta look it up. I'm not an expert in this Latina belt shit or any of that history, so it's not something that I could describe well. But if you look it up, you'll read about it, and you still might say like, I don't know if I fully subscribe to this, but it's definitely interesting to say the least. But it's not even just, like I said, just not those two cultures. It's it's a lot of cultures that are on the same axis that do that. Just around the world. I also think it's really funny that even though some countries can be close to the equator, they don't fuck with spicy food. Like, bro, South America really doesn't fuck with spicy food. I just don't understand, bro. Giselle simply says yes. I love when Giselle just comments one word and we have no idea what she's replying to. We have no idea if she's even replying to anything. She might just be saying yes just to say it. I know that the climate of Brazil and Western Africa is basically the same biodiversity and everything. She's true. But yeah, interesting stuff for sure. I like history, but sometimes like the thought of history is just daunting. I'm just like, there's too much history. I don't want to start getting into it, because then I'm gonna have to read about this to understand this. I'm gonna have to read this to understand this, and it never stops, bro. Anytime I read someone make a point about history, there's always like someone else that has a retort that's like, well, that's if you stop studying history in the 1800s. Go back to the 1600s and you'll see that this actually caused that. And then somebody else is like, well, of course, you guys don't know about pre ancient civilization. They've actually been doing that since this time. I'm like, damn, bro, we can't never get to the bottom of anything. Like, so fried food basically came to America from West Africa, like the Yoruba people. Yeah, lots of stuff came from Africa, like horchata. Everyone thinks Mexicans invented horchata, but it was Africans. And it's like a lot of that shit still exists in Africa. Like a lot of the foods that Mexicans eat.
How much does it have? About 800. So you're offering me $800,000.
Recent history, we know a lot of other stuff. The experts are just guessing. Yeah, that's what sucks. A lot of stuff that you can read about, someone else can come right behind them and just be like, well, I have a first-hand account that says this. Someone else can be like, I have a first-hand account that says that guy was lying. And it's like, well, damn, like we weren't there. We got no proof. Like, we already know history is written by the victors. It's just kind of tough. And I hate that, bro. Because, like, my grandmother was a Black Panther. Rest in peace. So growing up, my dad, my grandma, they like, bro, don't trust those people's books. Because they be writing whatever they want to write. But at the same time, I'm a person that's like super evidence based, bro. So I'm like, yeah, I like the stories that our people are telling and saying that this stuff is fake, but I can't just go off of this word of mouth stuff, bro. That's too easy to change. Like I just can't do it, bro.
Is that right?
I'm sorry.
There's been a mistake. I met Missy Brammer 2 days ago in San Antonio. Well, that's impossible because Miss Brammer's been here in D.C. all week preparing for the hearings.
Which I'm going to be late for. I know, Curly. Nice to meet you all. Mr. Peterson?
Wait. No. She returned my call from Black.
It has to do with weather conditions, plants, and animals that are available around the world.
Thank you very much.
I'm guessing you're talking about what we were talking about earlier.
Peterson.
Hello, Mr. Peterson. This is Missy Brammer. I'm Congressman Blatt's legislative director.
Major. In Black's office. Sorry, everybody. Desk control. We need the office for 20 minutes.
All right, everybody out. Get a spread.
Around the same latitude. Yeah. Yeah, I read some pretty interesting stuff about that.
I can't tell you how much it means to me to say this. You're under arrest. It's wonderful to see the government of work.
I'm talking about why people look similar. I know what you're talking about now. Yes, Mexicans think everything is of Mexican origin. Well, it's not just Mexicans. Everybody that has anything thinks it's of their origin. You know, that's another thing that black people do a lot. Black people say that everyone's black, bro. They're like, did you know Beethoven was actually black? Did you know the first president of this country was actually black, but they tried to hide it from us? And I'm like, bro, everybody wasn't black, and that's okay. Like, that's okay. Jalen, what is something you know that is from the USA? Ooh, anyone with curly hair is black. Yeah, exactly, bro. I'm not gonna lie, the only one that they kind of got me with is Babe Ruth. I be looking at that motherfucker, I be like, yo, hey, I kind of see what they're saying, bro. That might be why that motherfucker was so good at baseball, too. I be looking at the pics. I'm like, I kind of see it, bro. He kind of got a fat ass nose now that I'm looking at it. But Giselle, something that is from the USA, po' boys. You know what a po' boy is? I don't know if you know what a po' boy is. Po' boys, 100% without a doubt from the USA. And I know because I know the story of how it came to be. Most music genres that are popular came from the USA. All right, but check this out, Mike. They can make an argument that shit came from Africa. They do that with every music genre, basically. They do that shit with dembow, like everything. They're like, listen to this. It's the same basic pattern, which makes sense because, you know, you can only do so much shit with music. So like, it's kind of hard to say like it was like making a genre is basically a small time frame and like some flavor that you put on it. But like if you're using drums, it's like you're not the first person to ever use drums, bro. You can only beat that shit in so many different ways. Exactly. When did it start and where? You don't know. All you can do is just be like, we know that they was beating drums in Africa in the land before time. So it's kind of hard to say that you invented anything that has to do with drums. Um, but like I said, that's the debate other people make. Giselle, po' boys are, man, I couldn't even explain what a po' boy is. You have to taste it. But basically, like Great Depression times in Louisiana and New Orleans, this guy started making sandwiches, and he would call them poor boys. But in Louisiana, in the South, the way we talk, they say po' boy. Now it's actually spelled po' boy, like P-O boy, but it's supposed to be poor boy. And so it's for poor people so that they can eat. But it's a really, really, really good sandwich in New Orleans. They got shrimp po' boys, catfish po' boys, all kinds of po' boys. But it's a certain type of bread that you kind of melt garlic into. It's really hard to describe, especially because I'm not a chef. Gumbo is like giso. Yeah. But gumbo is kind of hard to describe too. It is like giso. It's kind of like cazuela too, but you know everything has its own like style, so it's kind of hard to be like it's like this. You know what I mean? That's like saying tomato soup is like potato soup. It's like nah, them shits is way different. They're both soups, but nah. I don't know if hot dogs are American though. I don't know if the first person to ever make a hot dog is American. I used to think sloppy joes came from America, and then people in Cuba was like, man, they was making sloppy joes in Cuba way before that guy said he invented it in America. And I'm like, see, that's what I'm talking about with history. You only got the first person to say that they did it, but there's always people that did it before them. So it's kind of hard to say, kind of hard to say that this person invented it. It's like MC Hammer. I don't know if Giselle, I don't know if you know who MC Hammer is, but he used to wear these big ass pants that they call hammer pants, and he used to do this little dance. He stole that from a kid, but nobody knew because he was a celebrity, and so that's his thing now. He made a whole legacy off of that dance. And you don't find out that they stole this stuff until later because people don't get the publicity to say like, hey, that's mine. So it's kind of hard to say anything is from somewhere unless like you can really pinpoint the accident that caused it or something. Right, completely different taste profile. Exactly. That's why like, bro, man, I always try to describe to people what lulo is, and you can't describe lulo, bro, because it's just different. It kind of sucks that you can't describe stuff with words. Like you can describe it, but it doesn't do it justice until you actually try it. I feel like that happens with American food a lot. Lots of Brits and other people look at our food and they're like, ew, that's greasy. Ew, that's so fatty. That would taste disgusting. They taste that shit and they be like, I see why y'all motherfuckers are fat, bro. This is like the most flavorful thing I've ever tasted in my life, bro. Food specific, I think funnel cakes. I would be willing to bet that we didn't come up with funnel cakes. It's possible though. Anything that's unhealthy, we made it. Facts. Big facts. Yeah, one time I saw the funniest tweet. It's like a Hall of Fame tweet. Somebody replied to a video of like some fucking Krispy Kreme donut bacon sandwich thing, and they were like, "Yo, Americans eat like they have free health care." And I was like, that's some real shit, bro. Nobody has insurance, and motherfuckers be eating like they trying to give themselves a heart attack, bro. Can't touch this. Ding, ding, ding. Some Danish community probably have been making them for centuries. No pun intended. But yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, man, there's just so many things, here and other places where I just been like, oh shit, we got something like that in the States. I didn't know other people ate that. Like, for example, they don't they don't have grits here, but they have something similar to grits. So it's just like you said, different taste profile, but it's like you had the same idea of making the stuff the same way. It just came out a little bit different. Obviously, different parts of the world and stuff.
This food guard loaded cash got out in 60 seconds.
The only country that has a famous restaurant called the Heart Attack Grill. Nah, I don't think I've heard of that. But we got this restaurant in Arlington, Texas, bro. They serve you a. Now, hold on, let me think. 1632. It's a 5-pound steak. I just wanted to make sure it was actually 5 pounds. 72 ounces. It's a 5-pound steak, like some lettuce and some fries. And if you can eat the whole thing, you get it for free. If not, you gotta pay like the $100 or whatever it costs. Motherfuckers be up in there giving themselves all kinds of indigestion, heart attacks and stuff, bros. Trying to stuff themselves to eat that shit. What about those feathers that Native Americans wore? Like hats? I know what you're talking about, the little tribal head pieces. I mean, I don't think they're the only people in the world to ever use feathers as hats, though. I wonder if they ever get sued. I mean, if you go to a place called the Heart Attack Grill and you sue them, I feel like you're an idiot. But that perfectly sums America, so it's very possible. You know what really pissed me off? Time I ever did CPR training, and I found out like how hard you have to press. You have to press hard enough that a lot of times you break their ribs. And they told us like the people will wake up and be upset that you broke their ribs, and they'll try to sue you for the hospital expenses. And I'm like, you gonna sue a motherfucker that saved your life because they broke your ribs, bro? Would you prefer to be dead? But that's America, bro. That's why we got big ass warnings on everything. Do not eat this. Like, why would you eat this? Because you're American. You were warned. I wonder if other countries have food eating contests like we have. I don't think so, dog. You can break someone's ribs. I don't know if that was a statement or a question, but just in case it was a question, absolutely, bro. It might have just been a statement, but yeah. When you do CPR, there's a good chance you're gonna break their ribs because you really need to be pushing down with force. I mean, if you think about the reason that you're doing it, little presses wouldn't do anything, dog. If it could, then I would hurt myself right now just from doing this. You really need to, you really need to get up in there and touch that heart. Statement. I learned that getting CPR certified. Okay, I felt like it was a statement, but that's what I said just in case. But yeah, man, I was like, damn, bro. I remember we had the little like live doll, and I felt like I was really pushing down on that motherfucker. And they're like, if you were pushing down hard enough, the light would turn on. And I was like, what? I was really pressing down on that motherfucker. I'm like, bro. I feel like if they was gonna survive, I feel like I'm gonna kill them doing this, bro. America's a litigious society, for real. Yeah, Me and Rolando were talking about this earlier.
Sure. Let's do it.
We were talking about how anesthesiologists kill people a lot. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like,
You guys meet Jane Lisbon went to get the rest of the
that sucks. But yeah, like you definitely anesthesiologists get sued a lot, bro. Because like obviously if they kill somebody in the family, like you need to pay up. But it's like, bro,
Speak to another burner.
they can't be perfect. But yeah, people sue for everything in America, man. Anything you could sue for, people sue for it.
It's probably when the person actually wants.
Motherfuckers slip on the ground.
Can we use Fletcher's person?
Oh, there wasn't a caution sign visible. I didn't know the ground was slippery. I'm like, I get what you're saying, bro, but like,
List of locations to meet in Vega.
I just feel like you shouldn't sue a business just because you busted your ass. Like, I think there's reasonable circumstances to do that, especially if you can't pay the bill. Like, if the floor is like crazy slippery and like there was no way for you to know and you break both your arms or some shit, I get it. But motherfuckers just be like falling on the ground. I'm suing this motherfucker. Like, for what, bro? Like, get your ass up, dog.
This is my first rodeo. What's your question?
I'll be traumatized for the rest of my life. I'll put someone to sleep forever. That's why you ain't never gonna be an anesthesiologist. That's the life, bro. It's like being a cop, dog. You gonna shoot somebody. You gonna kill somebody you ain't wanna kill. Them motherfuckers do that shit every day.
She already said yes. That was the hard part. Just trying to have fun.
Thanks.
Barney's at the list. There are 14 locations Fletcher listed.
We cover those today.
They're all over the county. We
They
were
like, take this medicine or release stress, and then there's a fast voice saying you can die of heart disease and may lose the ability to walk as side effects. It'd be like that.
you definitely taking over.
I'm not making a political statement, but being a cop is one of the hardest jobs in the country, in my opinion. Facts.
I agree.
Yeah, I would never sign up to do that shit. But that's why, like, I just be like, why did you sign up for that shit if you scary, bro? Because it's a hard job. Like, it's not easy.
And honestly,
You're going to make when you take over.
hi guys. I was gonna come here to bother Jalen, but that got me on a topic I want to talk about. You know, I used to not be a big fan of cops, but to be honest, I think their scope of practice is just too big. Like, they can never specialize in one thing, and they respond to so many different things. And having a really large job description is just a good way to
Fuck
have a huge burnout rate. So yeah, thank you for your service.
But still, fuck 12.
Yeah, but please stop killing people of color. I'm just joking.
No, not joking. Please
Oh, I
don't.
mean, I'm not joking about that.
She
Just
said,
not
just
to
kidding.
you.
Go ahead, Phil. But yeah, sucky job. Shit trash as hell.
Is it true that is not well paid?
Hell no, it's not
People
well
in
paid.
Seattle are paid bank, but it's because it's a terrible city to work for.
Yo, just to put this shit in perspective, I had a friend that worked for Seattle police, and he just posted on his story yesterday, as a matter of fact. It was an email saying, we're offering a $40,000 bonus for people that will come back and work for SPD. And he just put hella laughing emojis. I was like, fuck that. Like, bro, you gonna get 40K on top of your salary to go back there, and they still don't want to do it. Like, so hell no. But I heard they do get paid in Seattle.
In
I mean,
Seattle,
they're
but
probably
you
gonna
really
get
you're gonna
fucking
hate yourself.
poked in the neck by a junkie needle at least
Yeah.
one time. Sometimes he's in this chat. Dakota, he became a cop, and like, bro, like literally the first day he was like, bro, I got called to the scene of a stabbing. Like, this dude was just like running around with a butcher knife, like trying to. And I was like, oh hell no,
Well,
bro.
what also makes it hard for Seattle is Seattle, number one, they hate cops as a whole, like the culture. But on top of that, the government in Seattle is so liberal that they can never punish the criminals. they have to let him go. So it's just a really shitty job. Like, not only can you not do your job, but the government doesn't let you do your job, and then everyone hates you for the good work that you're trying to do.
The trick is to work in a safe community. You're legit chilling.
Yeah.
The trick is to be like Colombian cops and just be on your phone and never look up and don't care what happens.
And then let people beat up the criminals for you.
Exactly. I've never seen a Colombian cop doing anything. No disrespect. Don't deport me, please. But I'm just saying, bro. Literally every single time I see them, they're just on their phones. Like literally face down into the phone. I like checking it and looking around. They just be walking, texting.
And I feel like it's the same with the U.S.
I don't be seeing the cops.
I mean, never mind. They be trying to get tickets now.
I was about to say,
Like,
they don't
no,
do
they-
tickets here. That's the craziest
Yeah.
thing. Like, there's no, like, traffic cops. I feel like they exist, but it's not, like, really a thing. Like,
No, teachers get paid okay. I don't know why people say they don't get paid well.
no, it depends on where you live. Teachers do not get paid well.
Yeah.
She has a skewed vision of everything because she's from a hella liberal place.
I just don't Not your sister has a good salary. You said it.
She has a decent salary for Texas, but it's not like she's getting
I
paid
mean, no,
for
you're
it.
not gonna make bank, but you're also not broke.
Nah, but in some states, teachers be getting paid dirt for real. Like,
See, Mike likes it.
I think a lot of times too, what they say is they don't get paid enough for the work that they do. But
I mean, anyone can argue that job. Everyone literally argues that job about themselves.
they can. But when you're teaching the country's future, I think it's a different argument.
I mean, I agree, but literally nurses argue that about themselves all the time too,
That's true.
and literally everyone could argue about that. So I don't care for that argument too much.
We don't have them here. Yeah, I figure I've literally never seen anyone get pulled over ever.
Traffic police.
And they
is
drive.
cool.
Everyone drives crazy. So I'm like, who are you gonna give a ticket to? Like literally everyone's just trying to crash into each other. To be honest, teachers put too much stress on themselves at times. Even when I was a math teacher, I never did work at home if I didn't have to.
Mike Ben, you sound like Jalen.
Yeah, that's the way to live life. People don't understand how to not stress themselves out, bro. I just don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah, I saw a meme last week. It was Simba talking to Timon and Pumbaa, and Simba was like, "Yo," I was like, "My dad just got killed by my uncle. Now my uncle wants to kill me next." And then Timon and Pumbaa were like, "Have you tried not fucking worrying about it?" And that reminds me of Jalen. Like that's literally Jalen.
It's our problem-free philosophy.
Yeah, it's hard to grade papers and stuff like that. Yeah.
I want to teach nothing. Here's another story Giselle says with nothing else after it. It's all problem free philosophy. But yeah, I wouldn't be a cop. And if I was, I'll be beating everybody's ass.
That's a good point, Mike.
They get too emotionally involved in whether the kids do their work. All kids don't care. And that's
It's a
okay.
personal attack. I had that problem with being a coach too, because I used to think, because I was a devoted athlete and like super motivated, so I thought that going into coaching, that everyone was going to be super motivated and excited to be there. And then I realized a lot of people were forced to be there by their parents, and I was like, oh shit. So yeah, that was something I had to learn too as well. That it's not a personal attack on like my skills or personality or whatever. But I think a lot of movies where, you know, like what's that one, like Coach Carter and shit, try to like motivate people to be like that one teacher. And that's just sometimes not the case for everyone. That's like a one in a, I don't know how often that happens.
I got two things to say, but the first one is very important. Coach Carter in real life just wanted his kids to get a 2.0. And the parents was about to beat his ass because they're like, fuck that shit. My kid doesn't need to pass. He needs to play basketball. Yo, the movie made it seem like he wanted them to get A's and B's. They were just all failing. And he was like, yo, we can't play if y'all are failing. And the parents wanted to beat his ass. Number 2 is I'm the exact opposite as a coach. I don't give a fuck. I be telling people, I'm like, bro, if you don't want to work out, then leave, bro. I'm not trying to motivate
You
you.
woke up.
I'm here to help. If you don't want help, fuck out.
Hi, sweetie. We woke you up?
You woke him up.
Because I moved.
Exactly.
We lost a man last year. Sheriff,
I love you.
it's hard. You want me to look at cats?
Yeah. I just be telling people, I'm here to help. Please be careful. I be telling people, I'm here to help.
The diner host is open right up.
If you don't want to do it, I'm not going to force you to. I'm not going to try at all.
Suspects.
Don't care.
Aaron Brunel. It's my ace.
I focus on the people that care,
Yeah,
not the people that don't care.
Guess one got shot.
A complaint that teachers have that is valid. The fuck just texted me on Skype. You're the winner in our favor. That's definitely spam. That's legit disruptive and won't let them do their job. That is frustrating and extremely tough to deal with. Not me. I just be like, hey yo kid, shut the fuck up.
It's okay. I'll take that for a no. But you need to understand something.
Pulling my leg down.
I'm sorry.
You can take the credit. I don't give a damn about that.
It's being
You
held.
want that blue thing?
He's out.
No, I got a pillow under my legs, but you keep taking my leg off of it. Kids screaming in the back of the class or running around, necking other kids. Hell yeah, the parents don't give a fuck, dog.
Right, go to the other room. Come on, Jumbo.
I would just simply fight the parents.
You can't fight parents.
Why?
You
I just be like, let's run it outside, bro. It's not like I'm beating up the kid.
Seriously,
The teacher fought a student at my high school. It made. Did this teacher win? Wait, what school was it? I might have seen that shit. Yo, I saw the craziest video, bro, yesterday. I'm gonna post that shit on my Instagram. I forgot about it. This parent went to his kid was getting his ass beat. So the dad went to the fight. And then the kid just stole off on the dad too. Like, bro, they both got their ass whooped. I'm like, no, bro, you can't even be his dad no more, bro. Like, what are you gonna tell him? Crazy. I would never let a kid whoop my ass.
it was at this point.
Crazy. I've seen a lot of teachers fight kids though.
Ready to go in for us? Fine. Seems okay. Okay. Well, you know I have to make the call. Baby's father says that her next of kin is in Tampa. Did she ever mention anyone else? It's her father's sister. She's the only living one we're supposed to know. Okay. Just checking. You will make the call. You don't have to. Yeah, I do. Who's there? I should do. Use my office. Her number's on the computer.
I hear you, Jalen, but some of these high schoolers are 6'9", 250 playing DN on the football team. Yeah, that shit don't matter if you can't fight though. I done fought the biggest of dudes. But for a regular person, yeah, no, that's not a smart idea. I'm talking about an actual kid, bro. I'll send you the video if you want. This is like, Mike, roughly how tall are you and how much do you weigh? I'm gonna give you a proportion comparison based on what I think this dude was and how big I think this kid was. I once had a student throw a desk at me. Did it hit you? Did you whoop their ass? Okay, you're 5'9", 170. This dad was probably 5'8", 60 if I had to guess, because he had a little bit of dad weight. He wasn't like skinny, but he wasn't big either. I say he was about 5'8", 160. He might have been 170, but not like muscular or anything. The kid would have been 5'5", 5'6", 130, 140. He was just mink, mink. He was just throwing. You know what I'm saying? He was just throwing, and then the dad got bing, and then he kind of went like this, and so the kid kept doing it. Then he pushed him on the ground because he was you doing this and you can't see. So then he pushed him on the ground, started kicking his face, and he knocked him out. So then the dad would just sleep on the ground. I was like, no, you got slept by a kid in front of your kid, bro. Like, bro, when I was a kid, people were scared of my dad, bro. My dad's like, I know, but that's what I'm saying. My dad's like 6'5", 6'6", like 270, bro. People would be like, nah, bro, I'm not trying to piss off Mr. Shabazz, bro, because that dude. But this kid, bro, he can't say shit, bro. He can't even tell his dad his problems. His dad's going to be like, you want me to help, son? His son's going to be like, what are you going to do, dad? Get knocked out again? I'm like, fuck, bro. I'm not going to lie, bro. I'll be on smoke. If a kid knocks me out, I'll be like, I got to go back. I got to whoop that kid, all his friends. I got to call out his dad for a fight, too, or try to, like, redeem my everything, bro. But honestly, like, you just can't come back from that. You just got to, like, you got to start preaching some other shit. You got to start telling your kid, like, yo, violence isn't the way. Pacifism is. That kid, he's going to end up in jail. Don't be like that. You just gotta like start preaching some turn the other cheek shit. You can't ever talk about violence in your house. That's one of the main reasons why we need to stay in shape. Yeah, facts. He said present. What the fuck? Fighting a kid outside of self-defense is an L in itself. I agree 100%. I think he didn't really go to fight, but how do I describe this? I would say that's not good self-awareness to pull up to a kid's fight. He probably was just making sure his kid didn't get jumped or something, but it's kind of his fault to not think. Like older people just think that kids these days still have the respect that kids used to have, but like that respect was like beating into kids and stuff, and that shit doesn't happen anymore. We were like scared of our elders. We didn't respect them. Like we didn't have some like grand reverence for them, or we were just like, oh, my elders. We were just like, them motherfuckers will whoop your ass, bro. Like I'm not trying to get smacked. But these kids, they have no respect for the elders, bro. You pull up to the fight scene, you're a op, bro. Like, I'm here to fight your kid, and you standing next to him. I feel like you might swing on me too. I'm gonna beat your ass too. So I just think it was a lack of self-awareness by him. He didn't realize that he could get caught in the crossfire, and he did, bro. He wasn't really there to fight, but the kid just swung on him. And once he got, once you get punched in the face, you kind of start seeing red. So he swung back. Then he got his ass beat. Then he was like, why you putting absentee? He went bananas. Were you teaching a special ed class? All it takes is one kid to say fuck all that. Man, that's such an Atlanta thing to say. A real Atlanta thing to say. Whenever I think about people from Atlanta, I think about some dude saying, I don't give a fuck about none of that, man. Every dude I ever knew from Atlanta said that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that, man. Law students are the worst to teach. Once you finish a lesson, they want to sue you for 147 different reasons. I've never taught any law students, so I don't know. But again, just like cops, you gotta know yourself. I probably wouldn't be a teacher for the same reasons. I'll be a teacher, but it would depend on the age groups. I don't really fuck with high school kids like that because some of them be feeling themselves like that. I'm not trying to put myself in a situation because I know me, bro. So every time I see a viral video of a kid and a teacher fighting, they're always like, as an educator, you should know how to de-escalate better than that. Even if he swings on you, I'm like, nah, dog. Once I get swung on, I'm not saying I'm gonna stomp the kid out or something, but I'm gonna weave right into that body shot. He gonna be like, and then it's gonna be over. And they're gonna be like, oh my god, he punched the kid in the stomach. So, but if it's like a middle schooler or elementary schooler, if they swing, you could probably stick your hand out or something, or just take like a huge step back. But like you said, bro, kids be bigger than me sometimes, bro. I'm not about to let them motherfuckers swing at me. Roll the R on that. Nah, that's facts. That's facts. That's why I would never trust someone saying they're gonna take me to their hood. All it takes. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah. And that's everywhere, bro. That's how that's not my thing, bro. People be like, nah, you gotta pass you with me. Nah, bro. Nah. I don't know. Mike, you ever seen this YouTube channel, Coreano Loco? I don't know if you ever seen him before, but he was just in Puerto Rico, and he was in like a real hood, bro. Like in the caseríos, bro. Sabana Abajo. And the dude he was chilling with is a artist. He's a famous artist, Sel Bleta. But that dude is crazy, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, super humble dude. When I was watching the video, I'm like, yo, Sel Bleta is cool, bro. Like, he brought him into his house and he's like, yeah, this, and this. I got the grillete on. I can't go out there. Blah blah blah. And then he was like, yeah, hey, don't record this part right here, though. He's like, turn your camera off. And then they walk through somewhere else. And anyways, bro, that video comes out. What do I see the next 2 days? Cesar Bleta is a fugitive from the law because the cop got killed and they think he did it. And I'm like, see, this is why I wouldn't be in those places, bro. You never know what those people are going to do, bro. Why that happened? I don't know. He's saying he didn't do it. He ended up turning himself in. But the fact is, like, it literally happened in that spot that they were recording in, bro. And I just feel like if you're around people that are willing to kill cops, like, what's to stop them from robbing you or killing you? Like, that is like a next level, bro. I know a lot of criminals that, like, once the cops have guns and stuff, it's like, all right, bro, I ain't trying to be no cop killer, bro. You'll never get out of jail. A lot of these teachers that they go off on be embarrassing them and yelling at them when they're like 17 years old. That isn't gonna work. If you're cool, they're super cool. Yeah, no, that's true. I say that, bro, but I've trained like lots of teenagers, and I've never had like no teenagers buck at me or nothing. Cause I'm, like you said, I'm not that type of dude, bro. I'm not trying to like act like I'm your dad or nothing like that. Like, to be honest, it takes a lot for even bad kids to swing on you. I know when you're watching these sensationalized high school videos, it seems common, but most high school kids are kids for real. If you show them respect, they'll show you respect. Yeah, that is true. 100%. Like I was just about to say, I've trained a lot of teenagers and young adults, and I've never had any problems because I respect them. I treat them like adults. And if they start saying some crazy shit, I just be like, bro, maybe you need to chill out, bro. Maybe you need to go home or something like that. Maybe it's not the day for you to work out. But they never do anything directly to me because I don't do anything to them. And I feel like they can look into my eyes and know that I'll whoop their ass. So it's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, a lot of these videos, I think they do a risk assessment. They're like, I think I could take this old motherfucker. But ain't nobody trying that shit with me, bro. I like the one video about the kid that argues with his teacher about her lame performance. I don't even remember that. Can you tell me the name again? I want to watch the video. The YouTuber is Coreano Loco, like crazy Korean. He makes like reaction vids and stuff. I think that channel is called, he has 2 channels. He has the famous one where he does reaction videos, but he does vlogs too. I think it's Coreano Loco Vlogs. You could tell me, you could search it and tell me if you see it. But just go to his channel. It should be one of the very last videos. It'll say like, en el caserío con Sel Bleta or something like that. I'm not sure what the title was, but It's like a 40-minute vlog. They're just like literally in the caserio, just chilling, talking, and he's just like, ah man, I can't believe I'm kicking it with Bleta, blah blah blah. Funny story about that video. You'll see it when you watch the video. Coreano Loco is Korean, obviously, but he grew up in the Canary Islands. Like that's where he's from. So all these Puerto Rican dudes are just like, wow, ¿y cómo aprendiste español? And he's just like, oh, me crié en la Isla Canaria. And they're like, wow, pero ¿cómo aprendiste? Porque hablas muy bien, hablas muy bien. And he's just like, dog, like I'm from the Canary Islands. And they're all just like, damn, bro, you speak hella good. I thought you spoke Spanish. I thought that was your first language. They have no idea where the Canary Islands are. Like they think it's not a Spanish-speaking place. And like, I don't know if he ever really communicated it to them or if he just moved on because they're just like, where's that? And he's like, it's kind of like Spain. And they're like, okay. And they just started talking about something else. That shit was funny, bro. Most high schoolers really have a reverence for young adults in their 20s and 30s. Automatically, they give you respect. The average teacher is hella nerdy outwardly, too. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. I remember, I mean, I was never a bad kid, but, shut up. I was never a bad kid. You know why I did that, bro? I don't know if you know who Boss Man D-Lo is. But you know he got that lyric, I was bad in fucking school. Now I'm trying to dodge it. Saying this. So I said I was never bad. And I automatically about to say I was never bad in school. But I was never a bad kid. But my teachers who were athletes, like I had this one coach, he was from Panama, Nino at the end. And he was buff, dog, and he was a crazy good hooper. I never seen him fight or nothing, but I'm just like, I feel like he could whoop everybody ass in here, bro. He was the coolest dude in the world to me. Was he actually cool? I don't know, but he was like 25 and like in shape, so I was like, I want to be like that dude, bro. Some people are just mind-numbingly ignorant. I mean, bro, these dudes are literally in the projects, bro. These are like 21-year-olds, 19-year-olds in the projects that have never really ventured out of their projects. So I don't expect them to be like geography majors. What's up, bro? How you doing? I'm doing all right. Just chilling. How's weightlifting going? Are you weightlifting? How's your striking training? I remember you were starting to punch stuff, bro. Did you keep doing that or not? Puerto Rico me da miedo. I mean, it's not really the island as a whole. It's hot spots, bro. There's spots that you shouldn't go to, like the spot that he went to. And you'll feel the vibes when you watch the video, Mike. I think it's always hard to get vibes from a video, especially because obviously they cut out all illegal activity for the purposes of the video and stuff. But you know, when you gotta blur faces, you know, you know that you're dealing with criminals. So there's blurred faces. There's parts of the video. Like I don't remember exactly what Bleta said, but he said something and Coreano Loco just like, bro, like it's the camera's on. He's like, we're gonna have to cut that part out. It's like a 15-second part of the video where it just goes mute. I'm like, he must have admitted to some crime because you know he's got the ankle bracelet on, so he's not supposed to be doing certain stuff. But yeah, you could just tell it ain't a safe place. That's what you could tell in the video. And like I said, that's them keeping it peaceful or whatever. But Mike, if you want, I can give you some movies, some Puerto Rican movies that like, I know you like the Colombian movies, but they're kind of like the same vibe, but just in Puerto Rico. And it gives you kind of an idea of like, oh, this is what caseríos are like. I definitely would stay out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Snow on the Bluff type shit. It's like, all of Atlanta's not like that, But you should know if you're going into a place like that, you should be able to recognize and be like, ooh, hell nah. I remember when we went, we'll be driving past those places, and I'll be like, yeah, if you drive in there, you're crazy, bro. Like every time we would drive past one of those places, I'm just like, you can literally look from here and tell you don't want to go in there, bro. So I've been seeing more and more videos like me chilling in Puerto Rico's most dangerous hood, and I'm like, someone's gonna get killed, bro. This is gonna last 6 months. Cause I've seen like 3 of these videos recently, bro. These are white people, bro. Like real deal white people that don't speak Spanish. And like you said, all it takes is one renegade dude. Most of the artists and stuff are cool. Like all of these, like Young Chimmy, Celebleta, all of these dudes, they go to jail and stuff. They're gangsters, but they're trying to do music. So you coming in as a vlogger and stuff, it's like, oh, this could get my channel bigger. I don't want this dude to get hurt. But the other dudes, they just like, bro, this dude got 5K worth of recording equipment right here, bro. Like, I know he got money. You know what I'm saying? Let's follow him after this. Stuff like that. Yeah, I just don't trust it. I'm just talking. I'll go to me, but tell me that they're not trying to go back. You know how it is. When you're from somewhere, you think about that place too. You also have to ask them how much of their own island have they actually seen too, because I don't know how much of Georgia you've traveled, but like for me, I know Killeen, I know Dallas, I barely know Houston, and outside of that, well, I know San Antonio and Austin too. Outside of that, I don't really know Texas, because why would I travel to other places? So when I speak about Texas, I'm speaking about the places that I know. And so someone could be like, oh, well, don't go there, bro. Trust me, it's crazy. They talking about their hood, bro. Not the good parts. They haven't traveled all over the island and stuff. I know hella people from the island. And in the chill places is chill, but in the hot places it's hot, bro. Like I just saw a dude in San Juan posted TikTok yesterday. He got carjacked at nighttime. I've legit been in every part of the state outside of the southwestern part of the state. Oh shit. You a real traveler, bruh. Not me. I don't be going to places unless I have to. There's hella places in Texas I've never been. Giselle says she's falling asleep. That's what happens when you start getting old. You can only last for so long. After 10 o'clock, your eyes just start getting heavy. That's dope though, Mike. I'm just not. I have to have a reason to go places, man. I have family all over the state. That makes sense too. That makes sense. Damn, it's 11:50. At 12 o'clock, I'm getting off of here for real. Had I known it was 11:50, I probably would have got off already. But I like ending on even numbers, so I'm gonna do midnight. It's my bed. I laid down. Yeah, once you lay down, it's a wrap. That's when your eyes get heavy too. You know the best thing for me, if I want to go to sleep, I just read while I'm laying down. It's like a guaranteed knockout. Damn, I never drank the rest of my water. I was supposed to finish that water. But yeah, if I lay down, hold my phone like this, eventually I'll drop that shit on my face. And I'll be knocked out. So sometimes I just lay on my side, put the phone on the bed, and I start reading. But I don't even make it through one page. Like literally I get halfway through the page and I'm just like, oh, damn, and I just go to sleep. Easy. Alright, I'm about to head out. Alright, Mike. Well actually, if you're leaving, Giselle's about to fall asleep, I really might as well just end this shit right now. An extra 10 minutes could be taxing. So salute. I probably won't be back on here until Sunday, I think. But I'm gonna try to make another video about something in between. If y'all got some ideas for me, Giselle, Mike, anybody else, send me an idea and be like, you should make a video about this, and then I'll make it. Jalen loves sleeping. I do love sleeping. There's nothing wrong with sleeping. Sleeping is good for you. It's a very necessary process if you didn't know. So, anyways, peace. I will catch y'all next time.